Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. Good evening, good day, ladies and gentlemen. It's a sober reflection. Um, Today is really hard. Nigeria 0, Morocco 0, but they won 4-2 on penalties. We're about to dissect it. We have the crew today. We have two new people joining the crew. We got your regulars, Emeka and Kinetic, and now we have Egusa and Ehusa and Charles Yamo. So we're gonna get started, guys, with the obvious in the room. Let's start with you, Emeka. Are you expecting this result?
No, I wasn't expecting us to lose when we got to penalties. As you can see, I decided to drop my Super Eagles jersey. I'm wearing my New York jersey. I want to continue on the winning ways. This is my winning jersey, so I had to switch to that. But I wasn't expecting. I didn't expect us to lose when we got to penalties. I expected a tougher game. Game was okay, but we didn't do as I expected. I expect Nigeria to put up a better fight than what they did in today's game.
Yeah, thank you very much, Kinetic. We talked
Um,
last time about this game. You told us about what to expect. 26,000 fans, more. The crowd was packed. Hostile environment. Do you think the fans or the environment played a key role as to the performance of the Super Eagles today?
the reason why we lost today, because I see superstars playing under par. It is the major reason why we lost today. The crowd really lived up to expectation. The reason why we didn't score in the first half of the Algerian game, even though we dominated them in that first half, was because of the meager 36,000 that were fans of Algeria. We had double that amount today. We couldn't string five passes together before we were completely booed off the ball. The referee gave soft fouls, but at the same time, our passes were not gelling because of the 13th or of the 12th man, which is the fans. And I give kudos to the players as much as they would like. Uh, Personally, I think that we should not have been able to get to the penalties, but I give kudos to the players. They were still able to hold it. It's not easy to defend like that with the crowd against into the extra time and all that. Uh, the Super Eagles were fantastic today. Fantastic.
Fantastic. Again, before the 2 days, 3 days ago, 4 days ago, we talked about our record against host countries, how we are dismal, and what we talked about what to expect when these players went there.
Then I told you.
Mr. Yeah,
Hear
Mr.
me
Mr.
again. Then I told you. I said if you would give me penalties at the beginning of that game, I would take it. You
Yeah.
said Bono is a shortstop and all that, but listen, we should have been taking those penalties, just like in our NSFUSA competition. Penalties against the host country, it negates the fans, and then we are now on the same par. Take a shot and take it hard. That
Yeah.
kind of penalty that Chukwueze took, man, I don't know what to say about that.
Ehosa, you have been on the chat and NSFUSA talking about what was your overall experience with the game today as per the play? Where do you think we lost it?
I think so far the Super Eagles, their play has improved from watching them from the World Cup qualifiers to now. They have a format they play now. They play to the wings and then they try to play. So, but the problem we have is that we are easily predictable. All the balls they try to get through passes to Vitor Osimhen. Now, when you play a team like Morocco, they are very technical. They do a lot, you can tell, they do a lot of videos and boardroom kind of management. You have to change something. I know this guy's penalty, Chukwe's penalty was bad, but someone like him should have started somewhere. It's like Destin already did it for us. Indeed, he was not playing. But someone like maybe Chukwueze should have started. Or when Aquadams was finding it difficult to get a reading, he should have been subbed out early. We need somebody else, more midfield like person for creativity. We didn't have enough creativity. Iwobi was too far away from the action at the back. There was no at the other creativity at the front. There was no creativity at the front because there's no DD. So we'll be have to play deep. So they sit at the back in the middle third, wait for us. By the time they play the long passes, they come and press us quickly. So it was a big problem. So we didn't really have any reading. Now, we reacted well to them because Basu was excellent. Our defenders, Sayi, excellent, did well. But when we had the balls, we didn't create enough opportunities to put them in trouble. Now, I don't like to talk about referees. They say in football, you don't talk about that referee was really very, very terrible. I've watched football for a little while, but I have not seen that level of poor officiating where he's trying to stop the reading that we have. He's calling soft fouls. Football is an emotional game. So when you trying to do that, you are killing the fight. So there are two ways, the skill and the fight. While we're not good at the skill too much today, we didn't find chemistry. The fight, the referee was trying to kill it, so it was very difficult. So a long time I knew that game, they go into penalties, because that's our best shot. When they scored us early, maybe we would have been able to force a game. I was wondering, I kept asking, are they trading penalties? Those two penalties that Chukeze played and then the other guy played, they were not standard penalties. The last one, you can see the goalkeeper ran to the place. He didn't dive. He ran to the place to wait for the ball. Who?
Bruno,
I think
that was Bruno. That was
Bruno.
Bruno.
Bruno, yeah, it was Bruno. Yeah, it was Bruno. Because by that time, I was very, very angry. He goes back, ran to the corner. He didn't dive. He ran. He was so sure that the penalty is going to come to that end. And then it was also weak. I don't know. I think for now, I will let other people. I think the problem is we didn't have enough fight and we didn't have enough tactical creativity to beat a team like that.
And Charlie, you from everybody on the podcast, right? You're a coach. From our setup against Algeria, the setup that I know we missed in Didi. I kept saying Iwobi was too deep playing, just as the host has said. What did you see from a tactical standpoint? What did you think the Moroccans were doing? Because I didn't see Morocco press vehemently as they do with the other games. They stood back and what were you seeing from a tactical? Tell the fans from a tactical lens. What were you seeing?
Without going on a tangent here, let me try to keep it short. If you watched Morocco, especially the game against Cameroon, the quarterfinal, Morocco came in, they were pressing, they were high, and they were very physical with Cameroon. But with us, they flipped the script, and instead they were a little bit more patient. They still pressed, but they had press triggers. They were not pressing like randomly like they did. But more than anything, and I knew this was going to be a problem because it became news that Iwobi was making the most vertical passes, line-breaking passes into the final third.
Yeah.
Those passes were going to Lookman. Everybody now started calculating it. Iwobi has passed 37 passes to the final third in this. And I was like, man, if this thing is making the news, that is the first thing that Morocco is going to want to eliminate.
Stop.
That's the first thing. And that's exactly what they did. And that's what DR Congo did to us as well. All they do is they set up banks in the middle. They put men in the middle. They put men in those passing lanes to break those passes. Now, I don't know if this is a tactical instruction from Shell or if this is Lookman's naivety. Lookman's lateral movements, meaning left to right, was piss poor. He was hiding behind the block and expecting those line breakers to come to him from either Iwobi or Bassi or Ajayi, because Onyedika could not do it. Onyeka cannot do it. Bruno tries, but the main person that does it is Iwobi. So that's the first thing that Morocco took away. I even thought they were going to man-mark Iwobi. They say, screw that, we're not going to man-mark him. Let him go and get the ball. But he will not see where to pass it. He will not see where to pass it to. So now somebody talked about Chukwueze. One thing that we were doing in our game against Gabon and also early on against Congo DR was the person who ends up being either at the number 10 or at the right center mid, they start circulating, meaning they start coming into the center circle and playing combinations with Iwobi, playing 1-2 with Ndidi. so that they can move the ball forward that way. Lookman no try am today. Lookman was just static in that at that tip of the diamond and say, you people must bring the ball to come and meet me here. And then when he got the ball, his quality was not good enough. For you to not move around to get that ball, for you to wait for that ball, and then for those moments, those few moments, there were stretches in the game, 10 minutes. Look, my leg no go touch ball. For a player that influential, it's not good enough. You have to go and find that ball and then go back to your position. Come and play this call. He never did it. Anyway, cut the long story short, Onyedika, God bless his soul, was somebody, I think it was Kenneth who talked about the stadium and the fans today. When you talk about, say, game chop person, game chop Onyedika. Onyedika looked like a deer in a headlight today. The occasion was too much. You know, when we were discussing how to handle NDD suspension, I saw Onyedika in the friendly against Egypt. I said, the Onyedika in that friendly, you know, he's masked that performance by the 2 goals against Uganda. But the Onyedika in that role, in that friendly, was poor. Let's put Onyeka there and put him there as the NDD destroyer. He will just get the ball and give it to Owobi. He doesn't have to distribute. And then bring in Fisayo. Let Fisayo be the person to come and start. But anyways, the coach did what he did, and he put Onyedika there, and Onyedika gave us 80 minutes of one of the poorest midfield performances I've seen in a long time. Now, Akol Adams had, to me, I said it earlier before we started recording, the performance that he had today was not good, but the time that he was given to try to rectify that performance, he bought that time by his performances in the other game. He earned that time. The coach gave him, so, okay, let me at least give you up to this amount of minutes to see if you can replicate some of the things that you have done for us. It just did not come up for him today. It no work. So basically, what I saw today, well, first of all, when Bassi got the yellow card, I knew we weren't going to win the AFCON. At that moment, it dawned on me we are not winning the AFCON because even if we beat Morocco, we're not going to win the final without Bassi. So as soon as I got that yellow card and I knew he wasn't going to play the final, I relaxed and watched the game. I say, anything that happens here is fine because we're not going to win the AFCON. But boy, oh boy, the performance that he put up today to try to get us to the final, I cannot even use words to describe it. But what ended up happening today is we had in Morocco who changed their style to nullify our style. Yeah. They came and then they picked their moments when they attacked. They were okay with 0-0. They didn't mind it. They were not pressed to say we have to go and score a goal. No, they do like us. If you go penalty, you go penalty. Now, when you have tactics nullifying a playing style, then it either becomes one of the coaches changes their tactic. If nobody changes, then it's not left to individual players to make it happen. Moments of magic. And there was no moment of magic today. We did not have it. Our stars offensively were not there today. Lookman, it will be. I can't even blame him, but Lookman, even Osimhen didn't even was feeding off of scraps. But you know, Lookman, especially, we needed him today, but he couldn't make it happen.
Well, Charlie, thanks for that tactical breakdown. I do think that the Senegal Morocco finals would be a finals to watch. I think it will be a good game. But Emeka, you saw the game, third place game. Where do we go from here? What would you advise NFF? Where do we go from here now with this performance and this, where do we go from here? Knowing we're not going to the World Cup.
When it comes to soccer, though, I especially like the play of soccer in the field. I don't like bringing like administrators like NFF into the picture because a lot of times that's one of the mistakes we make when the team fails. People start yelling that, oh, NFF this, NFF that, and all that stuff. We should learn to like let the coaches kind of do their thing. When it comes to the third place game, I'll say the coach should try to ensure that they win it. Things happen. We lost the semi-final. We didn't lose in open play. We lost in penalty shootouts. They should pick themselves up and go play the third place and try to win it. Now, when it comes to the game itself, Charles did dissect it very well. The Moroccans changed their game. Remember last week when we were talking, we talked about how they come out like high press. They didn't do that today, and it made it difficult for our attackers to like kind of because they were just sitting behind. And if you're an attacker and you're not getting the ball, there's no way it's not going to get to your game. Like there were times where the ball finally comes, you will see them losing their touch because they've not been on the ball for
For a long
for
time.
a while.
Yeah.
But I feel like the third place game, I feel like we'll win because, like I mentioned in previous podcast, I've not seen the Egyptian play. Like they've not impressed me. If you remember, I predicted Senegal is going to beat them, and it happened. And Senegal didn't just beat them; they beat them with every statistics in the game. The only statistic that Egypt won against Senegal was the goal kick. He had 12 goal kick against 2 goal kick. For
Yeah,
every other statistic, Senegal beat them in the game. So
yeah,
I feel
yeah,
like in the third place, we should be able to beat the Egyptian team.
yeah. So, Kinetic, let's leave, third place. Who cares about third place? Nobody cares about third place.
So history book.
Holistically, huh?
We'll go in history. History books care about third place.
Yes.
History book cares about third place, but
Yes.
But
come on, guys.
I don't care.
Third
I don't
I
care about third
understand,
place in
but
AFCON.
What does
Third place is very important. You come to a competition where 24 started and you are third. That's a very good one. Keep your head up high and go home very happy that you are third.
And you
Again,
go home with a
for the
medal.
boys too, you go on with a medal.
exactly.
This
Go
might
with
be
a
their
medal.
last tournament. This might be their last
No.
tournament.
Listen, there have been generations. The golden generation, there was a Spanish golden generation that didn't win any medal.
I understand.
And also today on this podcast, all I hear is where our coach missed it and all that. But there are some very good places where Eric Shell did get it. Ibrahim Diaz has been scoring in all games today. He was nullified.
Completely.
He was nullified completely.
Yes.
Morocco has scored in all the games. They did not get any clear-cut chances to go. Again, that's the reason why everybody should hold their head up. Even at this stage of the competition, with this exit, the best defender in this tournament is Kabibasi.
Yes.
100%.
Even player of the tournament for me, though.
I understand.
And also, when we look at the setup of Eric Shell and all of that, he did get some things wrong, but he got some things right. He got a lot right. In fact, with regards to the part where he nullified Morocco's offense, that was brilliant from Eric Shell. That was brilliant. Every time they went forward, we went backwards too in groups, and then we still were able to mount up some offensive. Technically, guys, we are looking at situation where we are playing. The number of fans that Nigeria has have there was up to 5,000, and they said they were trying to break us up. I heard that they were trying to break us up. Like
they were kicking fans out of their seats. Yes,
exactly. Instead of everybody sitting on one side, they wanted them to like be in pockets so that we don't have one voice. And these are part of the things that happen. And these guys are very, very intelligent when it comes to these things. They know how it will affect. I said, I feel like Nigeria, Eric Shell, we got it up until the part of that penalty. Like Egosa said, the goalkeeper was running to the place before he took the penalty.
Yeah, he didn't raise his head up.
He didn't raise his head up for a professional. My goodness. For a professional, my goodness. Look at the kind of kick Chukwueze kicks.
Yeah.
Especially knowing that we had just lost, we had just missed the World Cup.
Yeah, they just missed one.
With penalty kicks. How?
Kinetic, I want to see this penalty thing. I really hate to analyze it, especially when people talk about do you practice penalty. When you are in the practice field with penalty, now you and your Jeon guys 9 day there, people where they hear you for sideline. Now they play penalty, you can even use your back to play itself because you are so confident. Now in a stadium with, you just said it now, an intimidating atmosphere like that. Those guys are human beings. Me, I feel like Chukwueze was chewing that gum that he was chewing because he want peaceful body. He was a nervous wreck That gum was chewed so hard, it was compensating for his
So,
nerves.
I totally agree, but that's what I'm
Uh,
saying. But
but
that's exactly what I'm saying. You see, if the difference between Nigeria and Morocco is going to be that penalty kick with that crowd, we should be embracing that, knowing that at that point we have negated the referee. The referee can't do anything at that point. So even with all the help that they will be getting from the referee, when we get to penalty kicks, referee does not have any input to help them anymore.
Mhm.
Now, it is what I can bring and remember in NSFUSA, Nigeria's goalkeeper had been keeping everybody away in penalties up until the final. And what our boys told themselves was, look, guys, the fact that we are here right now means that we have done something right. And that if we had been given this from the get-go, we would have taken this. Guys, put your heads up high. Note that this is the best that you can, this is the closest you can get to the trophy. It's the closest we could have gotten. For us to have lost
I'm a
with the
little.
caliber of kicks is no. Right.
Can I go, Egusa, go
I
ahead.
wanted to
Let's
say something. I know our psychologist and a philosopher has spoken, but you see, this is AFCON. Nigeria is the most successful nation when it comes to winning medals in AFCON. We are talking of a competition for Africans. We're not talking of the World Cup. You cannot, in this competition, just as Germany used to say, that when we go to the World Cup, we quickly go to the semi-finals. When we play well, we win the World Cup. When we go to the AFCON, we should not, you see, that's why I kept saying Mozambique 4-0. Those things don't interest me. What I want to see, the AFCON starts for the Super Eagles at the semi-finals. We won't go there. We should be trying to win it. And nobody can convince me that, oh, we should raise our head higher. Egypt has won it 7 times. 7 times. So we should be trying. If we Ghana to how about 6 times or thereabout, we should be trying to win it. When we come here, we cannot be found wanting in technical aspect. Those penalties were very poor. In place, if we cannot be at fault and at played. This is Super Eagles, for Christ's sake. Look at our team. We have the players, but it's always either off team, maybe the off team issues between Ademola Lookman and Osimhen now has now brought the chicken home to roost. We don't know. Lookman did not play well. I know Lookman, he plays better than that. Lookman is the one that creates fouls. He creates situations. He drives. When he's driving, he's causing confusion, but he didn't play well. Then, when it was difficult to move the ball from the back because they were not pressing us, because when you plan A, then you do plan B. They were not pressing us, we were surprised. We're going to move the ball from the back. Somebody like Lookman should have been told to go to the back too. I also call it, that's why I love Sadio Mane. I'm sorry. Sadio Mane, in creative way, players are very intelligent. After a while, he's not touching the ball. He goes to go pick the ball because know why? He's skillful on the ball. He can run with the ball and he's so strong. You
Yeah.
better stop him. If you don't stop him, you're going to create situations. So
But
by creating those fouls, yeah. So that's one thing. So all those things, I'm not a huge fan of. We should be happy that I'm going to be fighting for another bronze medal. Last time we won semis when we were the best team. Sorry, we were second place. When we are by far the best team, this one we're fighting for bronze medal. The next one, what are we going to fight for? When we go to AFCON, we should go to win. If we don't win it, it's like a waste of time.
okay, let me respond to a couple of things that Egosa just said just now.
go ahead.
I mentioned the fact that Lookman was very static. Lookman didn't move around. It almost looked like it was a tactical decision. That's why I was kind of criticizing Shell for that. But go back to what Kinetic said. Our defensive performance was great because we also nullified them and didn't give them any clear-cut opportunities to score. Yes, they had some pot shots on goal. They didn't have any clear shots.
One-on-one.
like Claire.
Yeah. So, and then it was like the thing about us and our bet right AFCON semi-final thing. You have to look at it within the context of how we came into this AFCON. We came to this AFCON on the backdrop of a disappointing World Cup campaign. In fact, me, self, that I went to Morocco, but the only reason I went to Morocco was because I had 2 important meetings there and I had already bought my tickets to go. After that World Cup campaign, the team no sweet hungry me to go. I was disillusioned about the AFCON. I really didn't care. So many people felt the same way. Even our small prediction for our group. I didn't do anything about it because I was not happy with the guys and the way that we were playing. So the expectation was low, realistically. But these
Yes.
guys raised their game from the second game. You know, they raised their game and from the Tunisia game, and then the subs came in the Uganda game, and then the Mozambique. I just kept getting better and better. So yes, semi-final we have been there before, but the context, the way we came into this AFCON, I don't think semi-final was. You know, I told people privately, that we were going to get 5 points in our group, 1 win, 2 draws, and we are losing in the round of 16. That was my prediction coming into AFCON. That's where my own, me with the follow Super Eagles up and down. That's where my own expectation was. So for me now to see them score 14 goals, get to the semi-final, take the best team in Africa, one of the top 10 teams in the world, to extra time and only lose on penalties, I'm not that upset. I'm
No,
really not
that's
that
cool.
upset.
No, I
Okay,
totally agree with you, Charles, because me too, I picked Morocco to win in our prediction. So for us to get to this stage, they really exceeded my expectation for real.
okay. Charlie, just to,
I'm not upset, and one of the things that we need to guard against now is how we build from here. Because before today's game, I heard that Tunisia already officially started bidding for Eric Chel with the mismanagement and all of that. If Tunisia gets,
if
they
Eric Chair
offered
goes,
him
if Eric Chair goes, Finidi comes in.
So here's what
Yeah, this your community matter.
so here's what I heard. Here's what I heard. Chel was going to leave. There's like gentleman back whatever agreement. Chelle was going to leave, but I don't think that's going to happen anymore. I think that now the not NFF, the NSC
Yeah, the
is
sports commission.
the sports commission. They are going to force the NFF's hand, and they are going to give Chel
The Paris.
possibly the AFCON qualifier. And you didn't hear it from me. If anybody asks me, I go deny them. But possibly the World Cup playoff in March.
World Cup playoff in March. So Charlie is still having hope. See, Emeka boy.
What did we hear just now on the podcast?
I go there happy, but because of the boys.
Guys, let's really dissect what we just heard now. The World Cup playoff in March.
Which World Cup qualifiers in March are you talking
about? When somebody that follows, they say fly where they follow cops, they know where they bury her. When Charlie is telling you possibly a World Cup qualifier, and also you have to be ready. We may have that ticket. So let's go.
There's a 5% chance.
5%. See kinetic.
I don't think.
Right now. I will take 1% chance as of right now. I'll take it.
I don't think they should do that at all. I know Congo,
me
DR, their laws and
I don't think
everything.
so too.
They tried a lot. FIFA tried a lot for us. I mean,
but what you are thinking is that we want to go there at the expense of DR Congo. It is possible that we go there with DR Congo. They are slots to be
How
won.
is it possible? How is it possible?
There are slots to be won.
Can I give you Tom Magician? Which
here is if Nigeria had gone on to beat convincingly Morocco with the kind of gameplay we played against Algeria, and we also beat Senegal, knowing that we are beating Senegal and Morocco that are placed that high on FIFA ranking, people would have had no option but to see how we must come to the World Cup.
And what would they do? Then they would deny a team that qualified and had a lower ranking.
Yeah, one thing I want to make you guys aware of, right, is FIFA is probably one of the most corrupt organizations in the world.
Yes, we know that.
Agreed.
FIFA is very corrupt. And what can I just say?
And they want to sell tickets.
Yes, what can I just say is the truth. If we had won this game and we had won AFCON, trust me, that appeal with that 5% where I talk, it would be like
25,
like 40%.
It could go up. Yes, true.
They will find a way and they will tell Congo DR to go and call police.
That's it. That's it.
And the World Cup would have been tainted.
One of the challenges we have is that Nigerians are eternal optimists. We had a lot of opportunities. I was in this chat room when we were going to Durban to play South Africa. I told somebody, I said, if we go there and go draw, we are in trouble. We should play to win. I think we
Yeah.
play for a draw. We lost that opportunity. We started the Intercontinental. We couldn't beat Congo. We lost the same penalties. I've not seen somebody lose lose in a penalty game or sorry, a coach. Okay, let me not blame the coach. A team and not learn from it. I actually managed to be worse. Now we are also dreaming again, eternal optimists. Even if they give us the opportunity, the NFF would mean, sorry, I don't want to accuse the NFF. They may not even pay them. We'll also be here. We'll still go there again. And maybe go. They should let people who are serious go there so Nigeria can learn. We are not learning our lessons. Why are they trying to find a way to make? We're not serious. We are not serious as a nation.
Well, we have heard it all. Charlie, let's hear from you in terms of closing this Nigeria Morocco game. Where do we go from? Where would you want us to go from here? Realistically, if Eric Chell we heard from the grapevine, he has not been paid for several months, and coming to this tournament, we know that is credible. That is from his people leaking that to the
Yeah,
press.
leave
So
all
what
that
are we?
one. Leave all that. Eric Chell, leave all that one. That one, that format. Eric Chell loves this team.
Yeah, he
Like
does.
he loves this team.
But
He loves.
is it not supposed to be paid?
Hold on, my brother. Hold on. I'm not saying he's not supposed to be paid. When I say all that one, that format is I don't want to say it's a Nigerian African way or whatever, but Eric is in the system. Eric knows that he will get paid. Eric's not worried about Eric. If Eric leaves, it's not because they didn't pay him. Let's just put it that way. It's not because of that. Because he knows that he's going to get paid. But I worry about the Nigerian senior national team today. And here's my worry about the team. Our best players are on the wrong side of 20.
Yeah.
And
That's a
and,
good point.
and looking behind them, there's not much coming up behind them. We have not done Nigeria usually bad as bad. We always have
Yeah.
one under 17, one under 20 star that's coming up, a star midfielder, a star
Frederick
striker.
Benjamin.
Yeah. Benjamin
Benjamin
Frederick.
Frederick.
Yeah, but
Benjamin
he's the
Frederick
only one though.
is
He
the only
keep
one that we have
yeah.
looking at is the only promising talent that we have right now. I know
There was a guy signed to
Suleiman.
RB. Yeah,
Sani Suleiman just went to
Yeah, and then the
RB.
right back too is good too.
Leipzig.
Alebio show that one too is not.
No, that one
Sani
is quality.
Suleiman,
No.
yeah, just went to RB Leipzig, but I don't want to talk about Sani Suleiman here. But let's just keep our fingers crossed. But there's besides those, there's nothing exciting coming up behind us. So our window is closing, especially but God forbid, we don't make it to the World Cup next year. All we have is the AFCON, World Cup this year. All we have is the AFCON next year. After AFCON next year, these guys are done. Osimhen is 30. At that point, Iwobi is 30.
Iwobi is
Guys,
29 already, right now.
Iwobi is 29 already. Yeah. So all those guys, they're already. Bassi is 27 now. So that's my worry, is what's coming up behind them. And
That's true.
yeah, yes, we do have some diaspora talent, but we are now in heavy competition to get those diaspora talent to commit to us. Those guys now know that they will have people, that they will have countries that are going to meet them, that are going to want to play, ask them to play for them. So we are not, the way we got all this Olaino, Lukman, all that era that we got like 5 or 6 or 7 of them to commit at the same time. I don't know that that's going to happen again
Happen again. Oh
in the
my
near
God!
future. So
You raised a good point too.
Yeah,
Wahala did.
it's really sad though that a whole Nigeria that used to be like champion for under 17, now we're even struggling to qualify for the African tournaments and all this stuff. It's like terrible for you.
Yeah, but
Like I
that
was
one
worried about that.
I blame CAF a little bit for that, because once they put these regional qualifiers in the age grade competition, because they knew that the most
West
of the champ,
Africa.
yes, it comes from
Yeah,
West Africa, so we only
yeah,
play like 2 or 3 qualifying games. If we don't make it out of WAFU, that under 17 set is
it's
done.
done. Yeah,
And so that's a big, big, big problem right there. And I don't know what Gusau is, because Gusau is on the competitions committee. Gusau should be at the forefront of trying to get this changed, but Mostepe, the main CAF guy, is South African, so Naiwan
yeah.
spread
Yeah.
everything around the.
Well, guys, we're coming to end. Disappointed. So one word before we wrap this, so one word to describe this tournament, Kinetic. What would be one word for you to describe Nigeria in this tournament?
Encouraging.
What did you say?
Encouraging.
Encouraging. Charlie, one word.
Solid. Solid.
Solid. Emeka, one word.
I'll say improved.
Improved. Ehosa, one word. I can't, you're on mute, Ehosa, you're on mute.
So sorry, potentials.
Potentials. Even with people going to over past 28, 29, they still have potentials.
Yeah.
Okay, so
The
so
team,
let's
as a team, as a
as
team.
a
Football is
team,
a team game, yeah.
as a team. So guys, right now we're going to the finals. Third place, me, I don't care about third place. Charlie, who is winning the AFCON based on
Morocco.
what you see?
Morocco
Huh?
has to win. Morocco has to win it now. Morocco has to.
You're putting your bet. Morocco has to win it.
They have to win. The stars are aligned for them. Now, this is their tournament to lose.
Not Senegal.
No, not Senegal.
Emeka, who are you going for? Who do you think will win this finals?
So in our group chat, I predicted Morocco, but I'm not gonna go with Morocco. I'll tell you my reason. I want Senegal to beat them. If Morocco eventually win, that's fine. The reason why I don't want to go with Morocco, I felt like the tournament, the officiating in this tournament in all Morocco's game went their way, and I feel like if they win it, it's gonna be like they helped them to win. So I'll prefer Senegal to win it. So I'm going for Senegal, despite the fact that my prediction, I predicted Morocco. I'll pick
Emeka,
Senegal.
you can't serve two masters at the same time. You can't work at
Fine.
Walmart and try to go get your pay at Costco. So now
Yeah,
you're telling the fans, so if you win, we'll not give you that price. So you don't already talk and say you can't be on two sides. So Ehosa, where are you going for?
yeah,
Who do you
but you
think
guys
will,
didn't let me change the prediction. That's why. So
don't worry. Ehosa, who is winning
I'll
this
stick
Nations
to
Cup?
it.
Well, you guys know that before the first kick, I said Morocco and Senegal will play in the finals. A team at Morocco will win it, and Brian Diaz will be the MVP. I said that way before.
And
Now,
Prophet
it's
Ehosa.
so that's what my own heart and my own head tells me. But I think my heart wants Senegal to win because I've only bought two jerseys in my life: Ruud van Nistelrooy and Sadio Mane. I love Sadio Mane, very, very smart, creative player. And just because I see the officiating is a little bit pro-Moroccan, they want to make them, compensate them, hosting the Intercontinental tournament. Morocco is doing so many things. So
Okay.
I,
Yeah.
I know where that is going. There are 4 FIFA stadiums in Rabat. I know where that is going. They try to encourage Morocco, but I wanted Senegal, my heart wanted Senegal to overcome. I still think it will be too much for Senegal to overcome. I think it's going to be Morocco that will win it.
And I
It's
think
already
Just to
going
add
to
to
be
what
decided.
just to add to what I was saying, there's a grapevine that Morocco is hosting the next AFCON too.
Yes, and the World Cup.
oh,
I think there's a World Cup going to Morocco soon, right? I
No, the
think so.
Morocco is hosting the next, I think, women's AFCON.
No,
AFCON
the
2
next
years.
male AFCON
March,
too.
April.
No,
March,
no,
So what
oh,
they
no.
April.
The next
so
male
what
AFCON is in Kenya, Tanzania, and Uganda.
no,
Summer of
yes, but they're
2027.
coming back to Morocco because they
No,
want to change the format.
no,
They're planning to change.
in 2028, there's an AFCON in Kenya, Tanzania, Uganda in 27, and then there's another one in 28. And I think 28
It's
is
the
going to
28th one that they want to do in Morocco, and then
no,
they will change the format.
it's not gonna be in Morocco.
No, but the WAFCON, the women WAFCON is
WAFCON is in
coming.
Morocco.
Is
Yeah, WAFCON
Morocco.
is, and then
no,
The
but
2030 World Cup.
how many times have they played WAFCON in
Guys, look
Morocco?
at the
They
facilities
have
at the Morocco.
facility. They have 4
Yes.
It doesn't
Look,
have,
FIFA
come on, guys,
standard.
come on. We
no.
can't be
Listen,
looking at facilities.
Nimi.
We
With
have other
regards to the
places that,
organization of this AFCON and the facilities that are on ground, Morocco deserve to win this AFCON. They deserve to win this
Yeah.
AFCON.
No, you don't win by weak
no, you
facility
don't
though.
win by
So,
building
Now,
facilities.
let me
But
look,
Kinetic,
Don't say
Oga
they
is
deserve to win
do you
because of
want
the
us,
guys.
facility. You can
do
say
you
they
want us to
deserve
be,
to host.
do you want us to be going to
Guys.
McKinney every year, Kinetic? Do you want us to be
Yeah.
going to McKinney every year?
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you. 30% of the soccer match is on your management. If you have managed your team properly and you have invested into a team or a competition, 30% of the work you have done. Morocco has done the heavy lifting. This competition is the way it is right now because of Morocco's facilities and the money poured into this. This AFCON, this particular AFCON that you are in right now, was better than the last Euros.
No.
So,
Yes.
but does that
Yes.
mean,
By the way,
guys,
you will
listen.
not give
by the
them
way,
credit?
The commentators have
by the way,
said that I have heard 2 commentators mention that the facilities are more than the standards of the Qatari stadium.
World Cup.
World
Kenneth,
Cup.
you are right. Olise
So, look,
said it.
But
this,
would you say because of the
but-
facility, Qatar should have won the World Cup?
Is
Would you
that
say?
listen, that's what I'm trying to tell you
But
now.
this is Africa
If
Yeah,
now.
don't say
Morocco
because of
is,
the facility though. It's not because
no,
of the
they pay their
facility.
dues. They pay their dues.
Then
I
why did
agree
they give
with you.
Qatar the World Cup?
I think. Let me see the facilities. You know, I was there for 6 days at the beginning stages of this WAFCON, of this AFCON. They are using this AFCON as a test run for the 2030 World Cup.
World Cup.
I actually went to where the Super Eagles were playing, the town of Fez. It's a small town in eastern Morocco. But you won't. It doesn't look like it looks like a small town, but it's AFCON ready, and I think it was AFCON ready, and I think it's also going to be a World Cup city. Their infrastructure is top notch. Egosa was who said the city of Rabat alone
Four
had 4 stadiums.
FIFA standard stadium. FIFA
4.
standard 4.
I stayed in Rabat. That was my base when I was there. Fantastic city. Everybody is there. Like Nigeria, they want to talk to you about Kocha. They want to talk to you. They were perfect hosts, and they now have the #1 team in Africa to go with it. So the difference between Qatar hosting with good facilities and Morocco hosting with good facilities is Morocco actually has a good team to go with their facilities.
And I get that part, but we can't say because of the facility, then you will now change officiating to make them win, or
This
you say they
officiating
deserve
was
to
not
win
that
because of
horrible. I don't
facility.
like this talk. The officiating
No, now you can't say they deserve to win because
was
of the
not that
facility.
horrible.
They deserve to win because they
Isaac,
played good.
you may not have watched the game. You may not have watched the game to say that officiating was not that horrible. That was
Who said?
I don't no. Look, if you are better than them, you will have got you got the penalties.
But
There was no
do
longer
you know what
there was no longer
do you know
officiating
what bad
in the
officiating does
penalties.
to players? You don't see how the Nigerian players started playing when they noticed the officiating. It was difficult for them to even mark the ball.
I can tell you without a shadow of doubt, if the officiating was that biased, we would have lost in regulation time. That ball to hand, it's ball to hand that hit Bassi's hand. If it was that biased, it would have been a penalty. You would have not been able to say no to it.
He touched Bassi before he hit
But he
his hand.
touched
So
Bassi's
there's no
leg
way you
before
can
he
call
touched
it.
his
Yeah,
hand. That would be too
the rule
obvious.
says it clear, so they can't use that one.
Again,
but the
I'm trying
tactics
to
that I
tell
was
you.
talking about is it made our
Again, I'm
players
trying to tell you, if it
even
was
play.
biased, again, I'm trying to tell you, if it was biased, they would have awarded that penalty, and there would have been nothing you would have done against about it.
They
There would have been
can't
nothing
because
you would
they
have done
know
about it.
You don't think
can't
that
because they
you
know
don't think
there's
that
VAR,
officiating
there's
was biased?
logistics.
I don't think it was that biased.
It was
I don't think it was that
very
biased.
biased. See,
It was.
I tipped Morocco to win the tournament, but that officiating is one of the worst I've seen in the last 2 years. The reason is this. See, we play the game and we also coach the game. When the referee is in your head, you don't know what to do.
Yes,
Any little
there's no way
thing,
you can
and
focus.
you cannot focus. Then you're angry. You don't know what step to move. If
Every
the game
play
is
you
not
just getting
flowing, you
upset.
can even injure yourself. You can even get injured because you are so. That was any little thing from nowhere. It blows the whistle. Nobody knows. Even the
Do you know
player
how
is
many
blowing
corner
for.
kick? We only had
The
one
Moroccans don't
corner
even
kick,
know what
but
he's
we
blowing
had
for.
like
Is it
more than
throw?
3
Is it
corner
corner?
kicks that he didn't allow us play.
No, that officiating was not good enough.
Well, guys, we have seen it. We're going to end it with this. Scoreline. Final scoreline, Emeka. Morocco, Senegal.
I'm gonna go with 1-0 again.
For Senegal.
In favor of Senegal, yeah.
Eosa. Scoreline.
Extra time, maybe 1-1, extra time, and then anything goes. It's gonna be a draw, but extra time, maybe penalties again. But I think Morocco will win.
Kinetic.
I'll start with saying Nigeria beats Egypt 2-1, the reverse of that friendly, and then Morocco beats Senegal clean 1-0.
Connect again. Nobody cares about third place.
I
Third
care.
place first.
I care.
Like
I
son, I go
care.
well, or you care. Like say you go watch the match. Like you watch the match.
Yeah,
Yes.
we
Cha-
I'll watch
we
it.
watch
I'll
it.
watch it
you
too.
watch the games. I doubt it. Nobody cares. Charlie scoreline. Final.
1-0 Morocco.
Morocco. Well, me.
To think that Nimi, the best you have come, the closest you have come to NSFUSA is that third place that you are saying nobody cares about. That's the greatest
That's correct.
achievement that Invincible has had in NSFUSA. Yet you are saying nobody cares. We care. We
When
care.
did they
History
play
books
that
will
third
tell us that
place?
we were third of 24.
Don't mind, guys, viewers. I don't know what Kenneth is saying. I'm a neutral pundit. I don't know what he's saying. But for me, I've always stated that Senegal will win this Nations Cup. From day one, I predicted Senegal, and I am 100% sure Senegal will be too much for Morocco come Sunday. Ladies and gentlemen,
It
thank you
don't
very
be. That
much.
means Morocco is winning.
What's the scoreline for you?
For the scoreline, I think Senegal will win that game 2-1. 2-1. Senegal will take this to the bank. Read my lips. Senegal will be crowned African champions.
Congrats,
Thank you,
Morocco.
guys. Thank you, guys. Have a very good day, man. Bye bye.
Thank you.